Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Tar Heels will boot it away to start the game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles offense will get the ball first. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. And I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though. And David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do it when it matters most. And that's when we start talking about winning conference championships at the end of the year, getting into the playoffs. So great start, great middle. How he finishes will determine whether he's going to be at that Heisman ceremony.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to...
Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Got him downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker. It's Robertson. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And, man, this QB has delivered all year long. All the hype coming in as a freshman. Like, will he get on the field? Not only does he get on the field, now we're talking late in the season about being a true freshman quarterback, possibly winning a Heisman.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. To the back. Plows through the defense. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field the punt and take it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader, and he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football, and he's leading this team very much in the Heisman race. And guess what? Got a chance to end the year strong, make a statement, and go out and be maybe the best player in all of college football.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Fires to the big fella. Got enough space. Touchdown, no! A great catch and run for 6.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he
for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's just incredible. You see the arm talent in that last throw. The quarterback position is the hardest position to play in team sports. The fact that this guy is right out of high school and somehow in the conversation to win the Heisman Trophy, that's one of the best stories right now in all of sports.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Now on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, the tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete to the left. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Noles are flying down the field. To the air on first down. Now adjusting. On the move, he fires. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Wants to go up top. Got his man. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Got his man. And end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The Tar Heels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback keeps it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Makes the grab. It's Golden. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Seminoles. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the 1st half. This has been all home team.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Taking some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Great place to start for this offense.
3rd and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back, go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him, strip, sack, you get the rock.
So now it's 2nd and long. Into the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Got a man in the middle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, no!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the grab. It's Robinson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on 1st down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Firing deep. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And we've got to start our report by shouting out that quarterback. My man was dropping dimes like a bank robber, one after another. Right on the money, spreading the wealth. Are you picking up on the theme here, people? Long ways to go, I know. But if this continues, that young man is going to be cashing in more ways than one. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
The Noles will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Oh, better look out. Breaks into the open. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Never a doubt. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you've got to have that balance.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Melton. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Seminoles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. To the air on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. The Seminoles have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Golden. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
and quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He might want another play. Wants to keep it in the air. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Release to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Just a little more room, and maybe he gets it in. He's pushed out of bounds at the 8. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Catch in the middle, it's Melton. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put...
Hits the afterburners. Hits him with a stiff arm. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The Tar Heels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds. About the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Stopped at the 13-yard. As the drive continues.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They get to him as he throws. Got his man on the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yay, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back. To get that offensive spear flaming. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice... Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Right on the money. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him.
Turning it on! Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Robertson. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point.
He lets it fly. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. New set of downs after the completion. Just keeps swinging it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And the Noles have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll go to the air. Lets it go to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw on first down. Immediately fires to the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Offense gets set for second down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Rushes on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Working that left side. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give us up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And whatever they did on first and second down, just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over now.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And this QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great